is my head.
I just realized.
Stress is crazy. I didn't even feel it in my body, but I definitely have it in my head. I looked at my head. I was scared to look at it. I washed my hair and it just fell out. This is my second filming. Look at it fall. Look. You know?
You did that, bitch.
This is pretty embarrassing, guys. You know what I'm saying? One thing I figured is somebody giving me a charge and I can do time.
I didn't do shit. But then when it kicked me out.
This is a hairdo check. Oh my goodness. I'm actually really freaking going bald, man. I gotta fix this shit.
Intentional infliction.
I haven't filmed in a while, but this is like not cool.
How are you guys? I'm done. I'm going back over the stuff you've been playing with me all this time, and you've been watching all this time, and then you give me notices over bullshit. You're gonna pay for this shit, man. People come in my home when I'm gone. The only way a person knows
That's what I look like right now.
the way I stay at home, the only way a person know when I'm not there, because I go down the back stairs, is a motherfucker's watching the camera. Now you got 4 dudes in the file and playing with my baby's credit? What the shit? If you did that to me again, and you're gonna fuck up my kid? What the hell, man? Oh, so you want me to do something? Because then, if the place is nasty, and I complain and get upset because somebody's trying to get in my damn door, and you know somebody's dabbed to death damn near up in there, same apartment I was the first to live in since 3 billion.
Intentional infliction of emotional distress.
The President proposed the confirmation of William Evanina, who we will be voting on shortly, because of his failure to protect whistleblowers. Leading whistleblower protection organizations support the opposition to Mr. Ivanina's confirmation. And Mr. President, I would now ask unanimous consent that the statements of 4 organizations, true advocates of whistleblower rights at this crucial time, be included in the record at this point.
Without objection.
Mr. President, it is currently open season on whistleblowers under the Trump administration. Donald Trump and those around him have made it clear that anyone who speaks up about waste, fraud, abuse, or law-breaking can be punished. If you are a whistleblower under the Trump administration, Donald Trump himself and his echo chamber will publicly call you a liar. They will threaten to make your name public, even at the cost of your physical security. They will prevent your complaints from getting to the Congress. and they will fire the inspectors general who investigate your complaints. Now more than ever, courageous whistleblowers deserve leaders who are going to protect them, defend them, and vigorously advocate and work for them. They deserve leaders who are going to stand up to Donald Trump and anybody else who tries to punish those who are going to speak truth. Truth especially to those in power. And I'm rising today, taking this time of the Senate, to speak on behalf of whistleblowers who feel under siege right now. I'm on the floor to oppose the confirmation of William Evanina's track record, his track record of inaction, and why he should not be the director of the National Counterintelligence and Security Center. The fact is, Mr. President, Mr. Evanina has failed repeatedly the key test on protecting whistleblower rights. Specifically, he failed to enact whistleblower protections that the Congress required in 2014. Think about that. All those years to get the job done, and he wouldn't do it. That's a 6-year track record of letting down whistleblowers and failing to follow the law. Today, Congress ought to stand up for whistleblowers, protect our democracy and the rule of law. And when Congress does act and pass whistleblowers protection legislation, the way this body did in 2014, the Congress must not reward those who ignore the whistleblower protection laws. And here you have a case of exactly that, refusal to implement it for almost 6 years, and the person we're discussing with that track record of not being there for whistleblowers at a crucial time is being considered for a job promotion in the Senate. I want to unpack for a few minutes what the world looks like now to a potential whistleblower in today's intelligence community. One of the biggest threats faced by whistleblowers who work with classified information is that their bosses are going to retaliate against them by revoking their security clearances. Without clearances, they can't do their jobs. Their livelihoods are ruined. Their families suffer. That threat has a chilling effect on potential whistleblowers and makes it less likely that abuses are going to be investigated and brought to light.
You hear that?
Congress has cared about this for years. It's why in 2014, the Congress passed legislation
$3 billion, girl,
prohibiting the revocation of security clearances as a form of retaliation against whistleblowers. So here's what the question was. What happens if a whistleblower's boss simply insists that they revoke security clearance for some other reason? What if they say it wasn't for retaliation for being a whistleblower? Does the whistleblower have any recourse? Is there an appeals process? Or are whistleblowers who stick their neck out to report waste, fraud, and abuse just out of luck? The Congress then stood with whistleblowers. In that same 2014 law, Congress required the Director of National Intelligence, in consultation with the Attorney General and Secretary of Defense, to develop and implement policies and practices to make that appeals process for whistleblowers a reality. In other words, the Congress recognized that if whistleblowers were truly going to be protected from retaliation, there had to be a meaningful process for them to defend themselves against agencies that always have all the power and always have an obvious incentive to silence and remove those who speak up about abuses. So this important law was passed by Congress, signed by the President on July 7, 2014. As of that day in 2014, the Director of National Intelligence should have been drafting those policies. But they didn't do it in 2014, nor in 2015. nor in 2016, nor in 2017, or 18, or 19. All those years of inaction, and certainly they haven't done it in 2020. Not because of the pandemic, but despite the pandemic. Because this is a crucial time when whistleblower protection is needed now more than ever, because we need those folks to be speaking truth to policymakers. And I want to tell the Senate who was at the helm every single one of those years of inaction. The person the Senate is thinking about promoting today, William Ivanina. 6 years have passed. Mr. Ivanina has not produced those whistleblower protection policies required by law. During that time, there have been 5 directors of national intelligence. The Congress made the director of the NCSC a Senate-confirmed position. Mr. Ivanina kept his job, becoming both acting director and the nominee. Meanwhile, Congress reached out to ask, what's the story on these policies? Is anybody actually moving to protect the whistleblowers, as Congress required in 2014? And I want to say it again. On Mr. Ivanina's watch, nothing happened in 2014, nothing happened in 2015, nothing happened in 2016, nothing happened in 2017, 2018, 2019, and not in 2020. No policies. Lots of empty rhetoric, no policies. Without the actual policies, Mr. President, whistleblowers are vulnerable. And when they tell the truth and push for accountability, they suffer. Every day, Donald Trump steps up his attacks on whistleblowers, on inspectors general, on the whole system of accountability that has traditionally been bipartisan. Congress has pushed back, passing laws to protect whistleblowers. But the laws have to mean something. For the sake of whistleblowers and the rule of law, Congress should not has done for 6 years. That's why I cannot support his confirmation. He has defied the law, failed to protect whistleblowers. I'm going to state the obvious. When the Congress passes a law, it's got to be implemented. When Congress directs the government to protect whistleblowers, that's something that is priority business. In 2014, this body tried to protect whistleblowers. A law was passed. Mr. Ivanina has ignored it all these years. That's just not acceptable. Now, with Donald Trump and his administration feeling free to publicly attack whistleblowers again and again to conduct an unremitting assault on the entire whistleblower system, laws to protect them are especially important to our democracy. Day after day, we see the cost of Donald Trump's campaign to silence people who speak up about abuses. We see it in his efforts to cover up his failed, often corrupt responses to the COVID-19 crisis. We see it across the board. Now is when this country needs officials who are going to demonstrate leadership, who are going to stand up for the brave and the people who are willing to put their neck out to report misconduct. Whistleblowers deserve it. The country deserves it. Now, last point I'm going to make, Mr. President, my colleagues probably have heard, they're going to hear it, I believe again, that Mr. Ivanina is going to promise once more, after 6 years of empty promises, Mr. Ivanina is going to promise once more.
I don't want to hear you right now, man. See this? I was looking at it. Look at this. The 4th. I called this man and I said, who told you this? This dad sat quiet when they were trying to kick in my door. And he said, well, Drew Borman, well, I don't know. What happens is they just push a code and it comes to my computer and my computer automatically generates. How can your computer automatically generate a violation that can get a person evicted? So, this is what I was doing on. See, Strauss, you're toast. Look at this. This is what happened on the 4th. This has been allowed. And I'm tired of it. I've been playing with too damn long. And this one, they've never heard from my baby. My baby just never called them. Who is that? If they don't know who it is, how they get tied to me? With my name spelled wrong? Tie my baby back into the shit. And who's giving them advice? That Lindsay Bartholomew has to be. They're going to put a line in question mark, not know what it is, but it's in my fucking file. Right? Springer Patterson. 4/2019. She shouldn't have even been on it in 535 any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going through a whole bunch of bullshit with you guys. I've been doing this with you guys for too damn long. And this is not retaliatory conduct. See, that's what those little people think. This is organized crime and conspiracy. These are torts, and fuck you. Playing with my baby. Fuck you. I ain't playing no more. You got me fucked up. They push a button and it automatically comes to him and he just have to push in a code and generate it and it kicks out. You guys are fucking full of shit. A courtesy letter. See this shit right here from Home Forward? That'll get them where they won't even want to pay my shit right now because I'm getting smart with their ass. You go right the fuck ahead. I'm tired of you. Don't play with my baby. Don't play with me all this time. I'm going through this shit and lining yourself for my baby. 4 signatures and this shit right here. That right there. Along with this. And you're fucking with her credit. Knowing I'm this. And I get attacked. And you turn your head. Turn your head, it's over. Turn your head, you can't turn your head no more. And I'm not coming in, I'm not talking to none of y'all no more. And I'm not going no more. I'm done. I just proved conspiracy. I just tied you in, Celia. So what you gonna do? Send somebody break into my house? Try to take it? What you gonna do? Try to scare me? Attack my baby? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now? Sitting right here, listening to Ron Wyden about whistleblowers again, seeing my hair. That's what it did to me. You allowed them motherfuckers to do what they did. Crimes come in layers, baby. You just have to sit long enough. You just have to sit long enough. And when you sit long enough, they tell on themselves. They're telling themselves. They don't talk to me. They don't email me back. They discuss me and say, it's not important. It's nothing new. File it away. I got attacked. And the conversation at the top of those emails don't make no sense to me. You're going to be held accountable. Because I have 3 documents. The ones I just showed ties you as the organizer of the organized crime. Because you use the housing inspector's boss's boss. And you're right underneath the commissions. Yeah. And you've communicated with Kimberly. You've acknowledged everything. And now I have found your ticket out of that desk. And I'm so happy. I'm not mad no more. When you get to the point where you feel like you're going to end up beating your head against the wall, and you know all this shit's been going on, come on. I'm not even mad no more. Now I got to get that stuff off the file, off my baby. You guys are some dirty motherfuckers. Dirty, 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 dirty. I don't get rid of nothing. I don't throw away anything. Yep. That letter you had Drew Gorman send out from home forward. You took it to that next level. And those emails on the 4th were sent to you. Not Angie. You wrote her in one. My son did not send that one out. It's nowhere in my emails. My son did not send that out. Nope. It didn't. It didn't come that way, boo. You type that shit in. And I hope you be comfortable with it. Because, oh man, I beat my head against the wall. Also, I got to tie it in now. Now I got to figure out how to get my baby into her apartment. Because I have a feeling you're going to keep playing with me. And I don't want to even be bothered with you no more. You better not mess with my house. I'm going to tell you that much fucking right now. You better not mess with my motherfucking house. I ain't done shit to your ass. You haven't done all this to me. All this going on. All this going on. And you, I can't think. Somebody messed with my door, kid and I beat on my door, and you lie to me. I go down there, I'm happy, I'm kept the guy, and I get a notice with lies on it. It's you. It's you. I went up as high as I can go. I'm good. Because the owner is responsible for the agent. You have to make sure you charge the right agent. And the right stake the right claim on the agent. I mean the owner. They're your responsibility. I have you guys tied in just beautifully. You added her in to account for her having that information. He didn't send anything down that low. Nothing. IPM management, that office was not his level. That one that you wrote in is a lie. The 935 is real. The 1048 is real. But this 906 AM, that's not real. And if it was real, and it's written on with Tressa didn't call you from my phone number. See, you wrote in Merrill. We call her Tressa. Tressa didn't call you from my phone. You try to make it look like Tressa called from my phone to make it like she lived here. You're the motherfucking lie. My baby has her own life in school. I hardly ever see her. You're a liar. And you're gonna suck my kid into your lies to justify wrecking her world. It's you, Celia Strauss. It's you. It's you. Spell my name all wrong. It's made up. That's because it's fucking made up, Celia. That's nowhere in my documentation. Nowhere. Nowhere. And if I had to call you, it'd be recorded. Like the ones I left you this morning so you don't twist the shit around. It was you. It was you. You're sitting back like a pawn. It's you. Huh. Well, a few minutes I'm going to give you a call. To remind you to get up off your fucking ass and get down there and handle that shit for my child. I don't give a fuck. I'm not waiting on you to call your attorney. You best get up there and do it yourself if ain't nobody making it. You think I'm fucking playing. You think I'm playing. Try me. Try me. I ain't scared of you, the police, or jail. You try me. You better get up off your ass this morning. And you best get that thing off my baby. And you best get my baby's name out of all your file. I want a letter of retraction in my mailbox saying all derogatory information in Jamila Springer's file prior to. You got shit fucked up. She lived there when my friend had a seizure. But actually, she wasn't there. But I had to have her come and sign. She was on campus. She lived on campus, bitch. She lived on campus. She met me right there on the corner by the place. She was coming from Portland State and I was coming from the yards. To sign those papers when Leroy, her goddad, my best friend, had a seizure. Everything you've said to me is nothing but a fucking lie, like I'm a damn toy, Celia. Housing inspector. Miss Housing Inspector. Hold up, dumb bitch. Housing inspector. You gonna give me a notice? I ain't doing no more. You don't give me a damn notice because you fucking nasty. You're the embezzler, huh? Ain't that a bitch? It's you. And you guys added this in. You guys wrote this in to fuck with my baby. You wrote that in. You wrote that in to fuck with my child. This is one I showed earlier. Look at the emails. Look at it. They're all coming from the same place, right? Mm-hmm. See how Jamila Springer's bold? And this one is not? It was typed in. Mm-hmm. You typed that in. You added it. He did not send anything to you or you that day. Together. You're lying. He sent some stuff to the Cuban girl so she would know what's going on. Because they were blaming it on her. She'd be going there, she'd be looking all sad. You guys don't like black people. You're the biggest racists I've ever seen. The biggest bigots that run a business. What makes you think you could do what you did to me and then turn around and give me a notice. Like I was doing something fucking wrong, as nasty as that place was, at the same very time that you gave me that damn notice. The very same time that you did this and had Drew going home forward. It's you. It's you. Now I'm ready to go to my lawyer. I'm getting ready right now. You better get your ass down there. You gotta fight now. And you better not touch my house. It's you. So how many of these things you made up? When you denied me a last copy of my file, you've just been evil. You've just been evil the whole damn time. It's you. You're the one who's authorizing all this shit that's been happening to my world. Because you don't want to do your motherfucking job. It's you. Well, I'm glad I stayed up for it. It's you. So you can sign the thing and have me escorted out. I wish I could look you in the eyes. It's you. It's you. So that made up email? And it. How could I be running around playing all loud music and I'm sitting quiet? What time they come to my door? You so stupid. And for them to mess with my door, as much as I stay home, it just so happened that when I leave and go down the back stairs and come back in the front, the only way anybody knew I left is that desk in your office. I was being watched so somebody can come in my apartment to look for what I have. But if you notice when I left, I had a briefcase with me at all times. And in that briefcase was what was of importance. And when I leave my home, I know how I leave it. You authorize this. But you forgot. You talked to Kimberly. I have your voice message. Yep. You talked to Kimberly, dumbass. Well, the Fair Housing Discrimination Act, you violated that with the word nigger. Compiled with this stuff. You've obviously discriminated against me. Lordy, Lordy. You scary hell did. It's you. Okay. Well, my baby's still not answering the phone for me. She's so upset. She thinks it's my fault. You won't pay for that, Celia. You paying for all this. You must be, I don't know, you must be old enough to already die or something. I have solid proof. And I know how to write my memo and state my own claim. Put together my own memo. So I don't have to pay a lawyer a whole bunch of money. It's you. Ain't that a bitch? You're the common denominator. You would do that to my child. So who is responsible for the death threat? Somebody had to see the man come on camera because somebody had to tell him I was gone. I go down the back stairs. Somebody had, every time I left and come back in and somebody been in my apartment, somebody had to be telling somebody when I was gone. You. Bye-bye.